Okay, the Lancer. Old school car, the new Ferrari, the Supra, the Mazda Vision again, the Citroen or the Citroen, the Audi R8, the Mustang, the Ford GT, the Honda NSX, and also the Lancer Group 3, which stick out at a short down. So it's one of those races. We let them get the overtake because I've never had this race, or never had this car in front of me, and then I have no idea what to do. Because it's a no contact sport. So then I'm going right on this Mustang, so I'm not trying to touch it. Okay. But then I'm driving this Lancer in front rear turbocharger. Okay. With the transmission and everything. Right. She's trying to avoid a crash. Right. So we're still on the right, and it's catching up to the pack, basically, or the car list. Okay. And then this NSX, because I'm turbocharger and on the transmission, we don't want to upset it, and then we do. So then, let's settle it. Okay. And then see where this overtake is. Okay. That they should let us have, given that we're a little out of place. Okay. So then we get the overtake, and then catching up to the car list again. Right. The Ford GT, a bunch of old cars basically, and then a Supra. So then we should be fine. I didn't even, but that doesn't matter, since they're old cars basically. And now just Ferrari. Should be fine. Okay. And then it does this. But then we're fine. We're fine. I just don't want to mess anybody up with this turbocharger crap. Okay. So then we get the overtake on the edge. And that's the end of the first lap. Yeah. Second lap. I bet you there's a fucking issue with somebody and a fucking asshole. You betcha. So we're trying to catch up to the car list again. And it's a turbocharger from rear Lancer. We're comfortable, but it's going to hurt at the end of the race, and it's starting to hurt, by the way, already. Since that was old cars, we drove defensively. The Mustang was behind us for some reason. Okay. So then we see this Mazda, but we don't know any of them from the front. Like, we just looked at the car list and we couldn't care. We saw the Citroen maybe, with the Citroen, and then same thing. Okay. Now this Mazda picked to the right, and then it moved to the left for some reason. Right. And then, sorry, I just have to. Okay. And then we're trying to catch up to the car list again, since we saw them. But that's it. We're driving defensively. We injured or damaged or just had contact with this car, and then it's already been enough. Even with the old cars. Because an overtake is such a maneuver, and then driving defensively is so exasperating and stressful. Exhausting. Right. That you just can't. Any incident is just like, I don't want to be thinking about this. I don't want to be remembering this. I don't even want to know any of this. It's just anger, frustration, and then just infuriating. Whatever. No, we never catch up to them, and it doesn't matter. We finished third. It's a Mazda again, and the Citroen or the Citroen for all intents and purposes, or for anybody who gives a fuck about or cares. And then the aspiration, or the temperature in the water, and then we're so pretty. That's right.